Yesterday, I was talking to a friend and she was asking me what I have been doing lately for my chronic illnesses and autoimmune. So, for those of you who do not know me, I am Mary Drew. I battle ovarian cancer. I did have it removed, so tumor is out. Had both surgeries, which was to remove the tumor, and a complete hysterectomy. Of course, that did change my body, menopause, the whole thing. That brings on a slew of symptoms. On top of the fact that I already have fibromyalgia and recently developed something called vasculitis. So, with these conditions, you deal with a lot of body aches, body pain, fatigue. You can get IBS, you can have chronic migraines. There's so many symptoms. So, the ones that seem to bother me the most are, well, besides having cancer, I guess the ones that bother me the most were the chronic migraines. I do not like the fatigue and the body aches at all. So, changing my diet was probably rule number one for me, which is an anti inflammatory diet. I did cut out a lot of the processed things that most people do eat in their day and mostly a Mediterranean diet. I guess that's how I would probably word it. So, a lot of vegetables, right? A lot of fruits and lean proteins. But also, I'm very conscious of how many times a day I eat. I eat smaller meals. I also tend to focus on which foods I should be eating at what time of the day. So, there's a lot of research that goes into it. I did the research on my own for my own body. If you're having a problem, I would say yes, speak to your doctor, speak to a dietitian, a nutritionist, get a grip on maybe what would work best for your body and your symptoms. So, for the chronic migraines, I did go to a neuro oncologist because I do have a pituitary tumor that is benign. Because I was having this chronic migraine that had lasted 3 months, of course, they stepped in and they gave me a 5-day steroid to break the cycle. From that, I then started taking a B complex and magnesium. I take them together at night prior to bed. The reason why I take it at night is because of the way it absorbs into my body. And I find that I sleep better now and I don't have that cramping or body aches during the night. So I think that's a very good thing. In general, by taking those two in combination, it did cut out the migraines. I have not had them at all or gotten them back. So it has been working for me. Now, for other people, it might not. So you have to find the perfect mix for you. There is not a one size fits all to people with fibromyalgia or any kind of autoimmune or illness or even the vasculitis. So that's one thing I do besides the diet. I do also take every morning when I wake up a Claritin D and a Pepsid together. Why do I do this? Because it has, for me, been working very well with all my stomach upset, irritation. I notice that my inflammation, my bloating has gone down. I notice obviously my GERD or reflux has improved. I am not battling so much of the allergies that I normally do. So it's a really good combination for me. It's safe. I did speak with my doctor. I didn't just do it on my own in a sense, but I did a lot of research and I trial and error, over many years, of course. But I really had to hurry this year and even in 2025 because my body really started to break down and slow down. I have had adrenal fatigue in the past, and that was not something that I enjoyed at all. And I don't want to go back to that ever. The newest illness that I'm battling is something called vasculitis. That's when your immune system attacks it attacks your blood vessels and your cells. So yes, it can be dangerous. And yes, I am seeing a specialist and a doctor for that. And the most important thing, right? Keep your stress level down. Exercise, healthy eating, good daily, I guess, habits, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. Well, if you have an autoimmune or if you have multiple illnesses and multiple autoimmunes, you're going to be so fatigued and so tired and so sickly that you're never going to be able to exercise or work or live a good life because you'll be bedridden all the time. And that is not true. In the end, it is mind over matter and it is strength. Be your superhero. You got this. You can do it. I knew that I will get nowhere in life. My children will not be taken care of. My family will not be taken care of. And the home I live in will not be paid for unless I work. So the end result is I have to mind over matter a lot of things. I push. Now, yes, days you can't do that. There are days where I physically am just exhausted. But I have to admit, since doing the magnesium and the B complex, since doing the Claritin D and the Pepcid, I have had an amazing bout of energy. I am doing very well physically right now. I feel stronger, happier. That is a good thing, of course. And in the end, if the cancer comes back, because right now all the scans are showing no cancer or no new tumors. I have a few cysts here and there that they're watching, but I'm not worried about it because in the end, I'm going to beat everything. I'm not letting anything take me down. I don't mind living with an illness. I just don't want it to take me off this planet, at least not yet. I have too many amazing good things coming my way for the next year. So I plan on staying. The end result is do what's right for you. And if you have questions and you're struggling, please reach out, let me know, speak to your doctor, speak to your family and friends. If you need a support group, there are so many online on social media. If you cannot afford therapy or any other kind of service. Okay. I rushed all that in because I needed to answer a few people's questions, but I was speaking to someone yesterday and it got me really thinking, and I'm squeezing this all in before I go sit with a client. So thank you. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.